Not a jump scare, but if you think horror is just ghosts popping out, this FPS will slowly drive you mad. It's all first person, making you watch. A normal person is slowly scared to collapse and die. Combined with the constantly twisting plot, you absolutely won't be able to shake off the story after watching. The story begins with our heroine, Xing, who is a recent college grad. Broke because she hasn't found work, she rents a place for $400 a month. The agent said it was remote, but a great deal. When Xing reached the door, she was stunned. This isn't a deal, it's practically free. The place is big, bright, fully furnished, and has a big balcony. Xing's first thought wasn't finding a treasure, but a chill up her spine. Too good to be true means something's wrong. Xing dared to ask the agent, "This place is great, why is it so cheap?"
Everyone asks that, but please, rest assured this is not your business.
Well, that's it.
Sony stopped breathing at this word, but while the agent took the call, he heard a faint emergency sound from the room. It seemed to come from the medical room. Very scared, Sony bravely opened the bathroom door. Luckily, everything inside is normal, but Sony turned back.
Ah, sorry. Did I scare you? Sato, are you okay?
Even after the intermediary handed over the money, Sony felt that the situation in this room was bad. The intermediary tried looking in another place, but the intermediary said other places are not good here. You have to think about it. You don't have to. You should just run away. The intermediary saw that Sony's attitude was firm and would not relent. Sony waited here for a moment. He was going to take the key to another room, but just as the intermediary was about to, Sony could see the file box that the intermediary had dropped. Intense curiosity made him open it. Inside was written the joint agreement for the residence of the two people. Special case, audio completely missing, whereabouts unknown. Did this scoundrel, whom the intermediary mentioned as having fled due to debt, really lie? Something familiar, the sound of a butterfly, a piercing sound, was transmitted again from the bathroom. Xing secretly checked again, and there was still nothing inside. But in the blink of an eye, the bathtub was inexplicably full of black water. Xing didn't know what was going on, but he dared to walk forward to check. Unsurprisingly, the next second, something happened. Soon Xing, unable to resist, was choked unconscious by the water. After an unknown amount of time, Xing slowly woke up, only to discover in horror that he was now in a strange room. The room temperature was quite low, and it didn't look like a place where people lived. Even more bizarrely, his phone could not be turned on at this moment. Xing's scalp went numb. He scrambled up, ready to run, but the main door was tightly locked, making escape impossible. Just then, a noise came from the adjacent room. Xing cautiously approached to investigate. He found an empty room with a rocking chair, and the chair was swaying eerily, as if someone were sitting on it. Xing nervously rushed forward and held the chair down, but then he saw a flashlight at the same time. The door next to him suddenly opened. He looked out and found an empty corridor surrounded by rooms. To get out as fast as possible, Xing had no choice but to take this endless, terrifying path. In the corridor, he found a girl's photo, but the moment he clearly saw the photo, the girl actually moved. Suyin was so scared she dropped it, but when she picked it up again, the photo had returned to normal. Just then, a noise came from the next room. She went over to look. She discovered a television playing, and on the screen, a girl was wailing. The more Suyin watched, the more she felt this girl was the same one from the photograph. What made Suyin's scalp tingle even more was that this television had its power cord completely disconnected. Right then, Suyin noticed a peeping Tom. She spun around to find a man there, who immediately fled upon being spotted. Suyin gave chase and eventually located him huddled in a bathroom stall, completely frightened and shaking on the commode seat. Suyin had no choice but to take out the bottled water from her bag and offer it to him, trying to calm the man down this way. Unexpectedly, when the man saw the water, he snatched it like a ravenous ghoul and immediately began gulping it down. He drank deeply. Oh, he drank? After the man finished the water and calmed down, Suyin quickly asked him, "Where are we, and who are you?" He told Suyin. His name was Dashan, a former tenant. He wasn't running from debt, but was stuck in this endless nightmare loop, tormented daily by a scary female ghost. Suyin felt her scalp tingle. He suggested teaming up with Dashan to find a way out. They slowly went downstairs, and at the corner, Suyin saw the evil spirit Dashan mentioned. When she saw the ghost, Dashan was terrified and froze. He stayed frozen in the corner, afraid to move. Suddenly, the female ghost appeared. Luckily, Suyin hid fast enough to avoid capture. While the ghost tormented Dashan, he quickly tried the door to escape, but it wouldn't open. Seeing the ghost still tormenting Dashan, Suyin spoke up to stop it.
What do you want me to do?
Suyin quickly ran and finally hid in a room. After waiting for a long time, there was no movement. Suyin felt the other party hadn't followed, so she cautiously crept out of the room looking for an exit. But before she took 2 steps, Dashan's corpse suddenly appeared before her eyes. Even more terrifying was that the female ghost also appeared. Suyin could only run again, but when she reached the second floor, she unexpectedly saw Dashan alive, and he pulled her into a room, suddenly appearing before her eyes. Even more terrifying was that the female ghost also appeared. Suyin could only run away again. As a result, when she reached the second floor, she actually saw Dashan alive, and he pulled her into a room. Xing was completely stunned. What on earth is going on here?
start.
I feel hell's pain every time. Cannot sleep at all. Death won't allow it. It's utter hell. It's infinite hell here.
Hearing this, Xing despaired. Trapped forever? Then Dashan grabbed his hand. Shouting loudly, he said, "Let's live together here!" and tried to push Suyin down, but how could Suyin possibly agree?
You were here! Heaven can't change! Please stop that!
Why you... Also get out of here. So you want a happy life too.
That's Yige. Then brother ye, brother ye, brother ye.
Just shut your mouth!
A body crawled out of the side cabinet. He realized moments ago this was Dashan. When Suyin found out, the man stopped pretending, admitting he was a killer pervert, but didn't know how to leave. Stuck here, tormented by the ghost daily. If he can't leave, he'll just enjoy it. Walking towards Suyin as he spoke, he was clearly suppressed for a long time. Suyin quickly dodged, pulled a knife, ready to kill, but the man showed no harm. Fearing that Suyin was about to be violated by the man, she grabbed a mirror and smashed it hard onto the man's head. While the man couldn't resist, Suyin picked up the data cable from the ground and fiercely strangled the man's neck, until the man completely stopped breathing. But Suyin still didn't feel satisfied, so she grabbed a screwdriver and savagely stabbed it into the man's skull. After finishing all this, Suyin finally felt much better. She walked out of the room and then saw that woman, who was sitting on a chair at that moment. Xing guessed that this woman was likely the one murdered by the man. Explaining why the man was held captive and tormented here, Xing informed her, "I have killed the man. I have avenged you. You may now find peace." Upon finishing her statement, Xing tried to leave, but would the woman let her go? Amazingly, the woman did let her go. She opened the door successfully and woke up in the bathtub shortly after. Everything that had just happened felt like a nightmare. At this moment, the agent also returned and told Xing,
Sorry, please let me cancel this listing for now. I heard that there was once a missing person here, and their body was found. Moreover, actually, a woman's body was also found here before. I heard that person's body also found in the same spot.
Xing finally understood. The man must have brutally murdered that woman. Then the woman dragged him into the realm of consciousness to torture him. After torturing him enough, she wanted someone else to kill the man, but the real great god was useless and couldn't fulfill her wish. Understanding all this, Xing departed. However, in a subsequent moment, the silhouette of a woman materialized within the mirror, frantically screaming for rescue. It was revealed that she was the genuine Xing, and the other Xing was actually that woman. She hadn't finished the torment, but instead wanted to cause trouble and wanted to start over, but the great god was killed by the man. Now everything is as she wished, only leaving the real Xing crying out in a sexless reincarnation. Alright brothers, today's story ends here. We'll see you next time. Finally, I have to say one last thing. If you encounter a house that seems abnormal, don't hesitate, just run away. That's the right thing to do.